Today we are going to be doing a very different style of video compared to a lot of my other Bluelock content. I will be going through each anime episode of Bluelock, starting off with episode 1 and giving it a sin for every flaw it has. This could be in terms of writing, animation, logic, and overall what I think is stupid or cliche enough to deserve it. I will also be doing sin removers for any notable aspect worthy of praise. This is just a little fun, so if you do enjoy this video, then hey, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. All support is greatly appreciated and goes a long way in helping me make this kind of content more in the future. Anyway, let's get started. Bandai Namco, we are going to get very familiar with how you do things.
We win this, we go to nationals.
Here's the introduction of our main character. You can definitely say he fits the bill of a basic design. You know, black hair, no interesting physical features. This is how vanilla you can go in an anime genre, and safe to say, a lot more critical viewers would dismiss the product right away for this character's design alone. Also, sports anime aiming for high school nationals cliche, even if that aim does change later on. Also, this isn't an accurate beginning like some people would imagine. In the manga, it actually starts out at the Japan Football Association Union conference room where Amri is vocalizing her dream of winning the World Cup and introducing Ego as the person who will lead Japan to that victory. I do prefer the anime intro, however, considering it's better to digest a character like Ego when we are presented with his aims and philosophy later in the episode, then to later understand how his thought process works and why he's a necessary asset in leading Japan to a World Cup win. No sin added or removed though, just wanted to point that out. I know none of you will be able to hear this in the video due to copyright, but the OST and the overall music in Bluelock are amazing. The opening track that plays right as Isagi is pushing upfield sets the very energetic and intense presence to how important the match feels. I can look past CGI if used effectively, but these guys behind Isagi are just running on the same spot with no actual movement upfield to follow the ball. They look like they're forever stuck on a treadmill. All for one and one for all. Famous last words from the coach who now realizes how much he wasted the potential on a future U20 forward. Also, the coach opens his eyes here when in all other instances his eyes are closed like Brock from Pokemon. Seems like an animation error or something.
Because this is soccer, a sport played by teams of 11. Good, now we're tied up.
Not only does Isagi pass when he is open to score, but also his teammate somehow misses the shot and hits the post. How either of these guys are considered to be forwards for their team is beyond me, as they have the scoring instinct of a certain ace from the Japan U20 team. Jesus, the amount of time taken for Kira to get upfield with the ball after getting a pass was less than 10 seconds. How terrible are Isagi's teammates at defending? Kira quite literally ran straight to the goal box without any issue.
I ruined everything, I'm sorry. I suck.
It's not your fault, Tana.
Bullshit.
Whatever anyone else says, as far as I'm concerned, Ichinan is the best damn soccer team in Japan!
And that's just delusional.
No. We're a team that didn't make it to nationals because we lost in the prefectural qualifier.
Real and true, Isagi himself gets his first sim removal.
Do it alone!
Damn it. I really wanted to win.
Holy shit, Riko's work as Isagi is amazing. You can genuinely feel the anguish in Isagi's voice in that yell and the sadness in his crying. I'll remove 3 sins from that performance. Maybe you shouldn't yell like that in front of children. Just some advice.
This seems like the place.
Imagine entering into the room and all the people directly stare at you, even the people in the back. I get people are curious, but literally everyone is staring Kira and Isagi down a runway mile. Bro, no way this dude is under 20 years old. He's a skyscraper who has mutton chops. Recognized player, yet past this point we never see him with the rest of the cast ever again. Wasted potential.
And I am Jinpachi, the man who was hired to ensure Japan's future victory at the World Cup.
Being called Ego was so stupid until I figured out what this man was all about. Now looking back on it, it's still stupid, but in a better way. Giving it a sin though, because you really must hate your child to name him after the man from Ratatouille.
That's all for now. It's been fun.
You know, this would seem sketchy from an audience point of view, especially after the release of Squid Game Season 1 the year prior. Non-manga readers would assume that these strikers would end up dying or something during this very suspiciously convenient training camp. Hell, you could sue the facility because the terms and conditions of what would happen when you get eliminated from the project were never specified beforehand. Being banned from representing Japan's national team should have been something clarified in this speech to begin with.
A pity. You're all seriously ill, it seems. Lock off! Anyone who wants to leave can go.
This whole speech from Ego going forward was nothing short of a cinematic masterpiece. It perfectly encapsulates the mindset and philosophy of pro players in real life, even using references from actual in real life players. It was all to highlight Japan's weakness of football performance, even applying to the in real life professional teams so hard that the Japan Football World Cup team wore Bluelock inspired kits for the 2022 World Cup. The impact of this speech is immense, and is the foundation of this whole series' unique take on egoism, which usually isn't explored as favourably as working as a team. Great stuff. This well-written piece gets 5 sin removals.
299 corpses.
Okay, this really doesn't clear up whether or not this is Squid Games with football or not.
Discard your common sense.
Go back, I want to be monkey!
I am a striker!
You absolute flock of sheep. Everyone wants to be like Isagi for real.
Ryusuke Kira? I can't believe it's really you!
Yep, it's really me.
Nice to meet you! I'm Gurimu Igarashi!
Igarashi.
Yeah. Which I will now measure by administering a test. Let's play a game of tag, shall we?
What a psychotic game to eliminate players. I love it.
You're it!
Well, that's a red card.
You little shit!
Come on, here's
Me
your
right
chance!
now! Let go of me!
Don't just stand there, shoot!
When I told you to play fair before, I was serious!
Okay, how did Kunigami toss Bachara like he was a ragdoll multiple meters away from him onto another person? Is this guy like a cyborg or something?
Sprained it. Wait. Time out.
Bro calls timeout in a game that makes or breaks these people's careers, begging like he didn't just use Isagi as a meat shield 20 seconds ago. Isagi, all you had to do was shoot the ball. Why couldn't you have eliminated Igarashi from the very start, you absolute dipshit? Bro, what the fuck? I thought this was about football. Okay, what the hell is happening with Igarashi's face?
They will look for where the soccer is its most intense.
Some great foreshadowing here, especially from the most recent manga chapters. Man, I love Bluelock.
Then out of nowhere, that's where you'll find them.
As a first-time viewer, Kira getting eliminated at the time was shocking. Worthy of praise for keeping me intrigued both in concept and outcome. Once again, you won't be able to hear this because copyright, but this is the intro and the intro music, and it's super good. Not within a top 5 for me personally, but solid overall, and I highly recommend giving it a proper listen if you're the type of watcher who skips every anime intro. Bro got bullied by his own parents for being a crybaby and a total educational dumbass. However, this is the depiction of a healthy family relationship that a lot of other Bluelock characters would be very envious of. Sucks to suck, I guess. I hope you all enjoyed this new style of video. If you want to see me cover the rest of the episodes within Bluelock Season 1, please once again show your support by hitting that like and subscribe button. I also have a Bluelock Discord in which you can join to interact with me as well as other fellow Bluelock enjoyers. What was your opinion on Bluelock's first anime episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and until next time, peace.